So I used to be a big fan of Dexter, the TV show. When it was still airing, I followed it religiously. It was one of my favorite shows at the time, and me and uh, me and a friend of mine, we actually binge watched the last season as the episodes were airing, and we were absolutely mystified when the ending of the last season happened because we didn't understand what the hell had happened. I think we can all agree that after season four, things went downhill real quick. Okay, but even though halfway through it just got worse and worse, the first four seasons were absolutely tremendous, and of course, even after the fourth season, there were still interesting things that kept me watching. Of course, so for a long time, I wanted to read these books. Unfortunately, I couldn't find all of them. I just read the first one, Darkly Dreaming Dexter, and I am a bit, well, not shocked, but I am a bit puzzled because there is one major difference between the book and the TV show. And this is it. In the TV show, Dexter is, he is monotone. He is exactly as I imagine a psychopath should be. Even though he cracks jokes, and even though they are funny at times, his delivery is absolutely bland and dull. A hallmark of somebody who is incapable of feeling emotion and understanding emotion. So in the TV show, Dexter is what's the right word? In the TV show, he is a bit, stiff, rigid. You can clearly tell that he is an imitator of other people. He is a mimic. You can clearly tell in the show that he is not like everybody else. Whereas in the book, the major difference is that in the book, bro, my guy is cracking jokes on every single page on this novel. I'm not even kidding. This is not an exaggeration. My guy is just trying to make us laugh on every page. Every page has some sort of joke. Okay, whether it lands or not, it is peculiar because I am not familiar with this version of Dexter Morgan. In the TV show, he is just as you expect a serial killer of his caliber to be. He's not really a funny guy. He knows how to tell certain jokes to make you laugh, but he doesn't have any real personality. He is not, he doesn't have that special something, that spark, that that warmth, that personality, that character in a way. He doesn't have a certain quintessential factor. Okay, maybe I'm not expressing myself properly, but in the book, my guy he's just so bubbly. In the book, Dexter Morgan, he is just so he has to tell us about this and about that, and he's so in a way he is extremely extroverted, and he just have to crack jokes every single time, and he just makes references to this and all sorts of jokes. In the book, he is extremely funny and bubbly and vivacious, and he has swag almost. He's got riz. He's got a certain rhythm. He be bouncing. I don't even know what word to use to describe the way he is in the book. In the book, he is just like he is almost hyperactive in a sense, whereas in in the TV show he is monotone. He is deadpan. In the book, he is hyperactive almost. He is obsessive compulsive in a sense that he has to just make funny jokes. He has to be funny. This caught me off guard. I just could not believe it. When I was reading this, I just could not believe my eyes. In the book, Dexter Morgan is he has a certain way of talking and his thought process. He is not monotone at all in the book. Okay, I don't know if this characteristic changes in the other books, but in the first book, he be poppin'. He is like the center of the party. He is the center of attention. He is that guy. He is the eye of the storm. He just has to make jokes every single time. Like he overshadows and he eclipses Masuka in this book like nothing else. In the TV show Masuka, he is the one who cracks jokes. In the book, Dexter is the one who cracks jokes. Not only does he crack jokes in the story to other people who laugh, but even his narration, internal monologue, even in his internal monologue, he is cracking jokes. Every paragraph, he's trying to crack jokes. I'm just like, maybe this is a way of blending in. Probably, maybe this is something that he has learned, and it is almost second nature at this point. It is so bizarre to see a Dexter Morgan like this, because in the TV show, even though at times he is funny, even his internal monologues and narrations, even those are monotone and deadpan for the most part. There is simply nothing there that you would call bubbly or poppin'. Whereas in the book, he is exactly that. He is just bubbly and bouncing and popping. And I'm like, Dexter, what are you smoking, bro? And another thing that caught me off guard, with the exception of Dokes and Deb, every other important character is just a shadow of what they are in the TV show. Like, the TV show actually tried to develop these characters and give them some sort of personality. In the book, like Masuka, Angel, who else? LaGuerta. They're just not even secondary characters. They're not even one-dimensional. I'm just absolutely shocked. Like, Masuka, he's just kind of there for the most part. He just blends into the background. Angel Batista, like, he's just, in the book, he is just this, I don't even know if he's grumpy or he is in a mood, but every time he appears in the book, he's just crouching over a body, a crime scene, and he's just like, oh, hey, Dexter, and he has a sort of exchange with Dexter. He doesn't have any personality. My God. And LaGuerta, in the book, suffers from the same thing. In the book, she is just, like the boss, and she is very concerned about, the reporters, and she is concerned about just making sure that people believe that she knows what the hell she is doing, when obviously she has absolutely no idea what she's doing in the book. And I guess we are now entering spoiler territory, because a few things were just insane to me. Number one, LaGuerta dies in the first book. In Darkly Dreaming Dexter, LaGuerta dies, no cap, at the end, and I was just like so shocked by this, because obviously, the people who were in charge of the TV show saw potential in her character and they tried to do something with her. Whereas the writer, Jeff Lindsay, did not do anything with LaGuerta, which is a shame. And no wonder that he killed her off in the first book because, the TV show actually tried to do something with these characters. And another shocker was that at the end of the first book, Deb, his sister, finds out that Dexter is a serial killer. I'm just like, yet again, I was caught off guard. I did not know how to react. This is so fast. It's a bit too fast. Jeff Lindsay moves so fast in this book. It's like he doesn't have any patience. He doesn't let things ferment and grow by themselves. It's not even organic in my view. And another thing that it is a bit problematic is that even though at the end she now knows that Dexter, her brother, is a serial killer, she doesn't tell the authorities. Even though she is a cop herself, she doesn't tell anybody. Even though both of them were there when LaGuerta died. Which is okay, I guess. Kind of strange. It is a strange choice. Doesn't make any sense. It's just, to me, the fact that Deb doesn't do anything at the end, it is, for the sake of plot convenience. It's so convenient. Another thing that was just crazy. In the book, the Dexter's brother, Brian, in the book, he looks almost just like Dexter. It is as if they are twins. Even though Brian is 1 year older and he is a bit taller and more muscular. So we had a second Dexter Morgan lookalike just running around Miami and nobody seemed to notice. Okay, I guess. It's just so peculiar and convenient. It is a strange choice because, of course, in the TV show, they are completely different when it comes to appearance, obviously. And another thing that is so convenient is that Brian is the one who kills LaGuerta at the end, but LaGuerta also injures Brian. I think it was with a gunshot to the stomach. And yet, for some reason, LaGuerta dies and Brian doesn't. He actually escapes. And from what I understand, he will be a major character in the other novels, which is okay, I guess. It is kind of convenient. Another thing that is convenient is that, of course, both Brian and Dexter were little kids, and they were with their mother when she got killed in that storage box thing. She was cut up with a chainsaw, I guess, just like in the TV show. And they were both affected in the same exact way. They were both traumatized the same exact way, and they both grew up to be the same kind of psychopathic serial killer. Exactly the same, which is a bit of a stretch. I guess this is fiction. Anything and everything is allowed in fiction. It is a bit too convenient that they're so similar, not only in appearance, but they turned out to be the same kind of serial killer. Okay. And another thing, and I think I'll end it with this, because when I was watching the TV show, and while reading this book, I was reminded yet again that to me, Harry Morgan, Dexter's adoptive father, who actually taught him to, kill people properly so he won't get caught, Harry Morgan to me, okay, let's just call him Harry. Harry to me was always a fascinating character. There's something about this guy that is strange. Okay, and I don't really know if it is because of the actor who played him in the TV show, but that actor was just brilliant. There was there was always some sort of darkness and intensity with how he was portrayed in the TV show. In the TV show, Harry was at times scary, at times malevolent. There was always a shadow over him. There was something else about him which made me think that there's something else beneath the surface when it comes to Harry. Harry is suspicious. In the TV show later on, it is revealed, if I remember correctly, that one of Harry's partners in the police force, or one of his friends, I don't know, colleagues, he got killed, I don't know, by a criminal, whatever, and this criminal walked away. He got away scot-free because of the court, whatever. And this really affected Harry. I'm talking about the TV show now. And you could tell the actor did such an amazing job. You could tell that something happened with Harry. Something in his brain clicked. Harry became dark. Harry became like, you can clearly see in the TV show that there's something more to Harry that is never really revealed. And I thought, as I was watching those seasons, that something really dark would be revealed about Harry. Maybe Harry wasn't so different from how Dexter was. That would be so interesting. So it seems to me that there is a side to Harry Morgan that we don't really know. It is hinted at. It is so subtle, but it is there, and it is palpable. It is tangible. There's something beneath the surface with Harry that I cannot put my finger on it, but I can sense that there's something more to this guy. Almost as if that he is pretending. He is wearing a mask, just like Dexter, and in fact, there might be a monster beneath that mask. And hopefully, in the books, we get more focus on Harry. And of course, I know some of the theories that maybe the image of Harry that Dexter hallucinates and talks to, maybe it is hinted at that maybe that version of Harry in Dexter's mind is actually his dark passenger. It might be true. It might not be actually Harry, and therefore, maybe Dexter is not a reliable narrator. Of course, and let's just say that I've been spoiled a little bit, because from what I understand, later on in the novels, the plot kind of gets kind of goofy. Okay, because from what I understand, we're dealing with supernatural stuff later on, and it turns out that Dexter's dark passenger might be an actual demon, and maybe Dexter is actually possessed. So his dark passenger is actually a demon, which in my view, if this turns out to be true, it completely destroys Dexter's character. But because now Dexter isn't evil, he cannot be held accountable for anything. You can excuse all of his acts because he was possessed by a demon. So he was not in charge of his own senses. The demon actually made him do all of those crimes, and it also removes his trauma. The reason why he is this way is because he witnessed the brutal murder of his mother, and then he and his brother spent a couple of days with the body while surrounded by her blood. And this is the reason why he turned out the way that he did. Whereas if it turns out that he's actually possessed by a demon, and not because of his trauma, I mean, that just completely ruins and destroys his character, in my view. I think I'm gonna end it with this, okay? Of course, I've watched the original TV show a couple of times, maybe 3 times. I am aware that what is happening now is a sort of Dexter renaissance. For some reason that I don't understand, of course, a couple of years ago, this a new TV show came called New Blood or something Blood, and I tried to watch it, and to me it was just, I don't know, bland and dull and boring. I just couldn't stomach it. I didn't go past the first episode for some reason. In this new TV show, it continues off, when Dexter became a fucking lumberjack, and now he is in Alaska or some shit. I don't know. It was goofy, and his son is now all grown up, and he is kind of like Dexter, a killer too. I don't know. It was bizarre. This new TV show, I mean, it ain't it. It just isn't it. It tries to capture what the first couple of seasons had. The first couple of seasons of the original TV show had a certain vibe, a certain aura, an atmosphere that cannot be replicated today. The first couple of seasons of the original TV show were just so special, and it cannot be replicated. And to prove this, now they've released 2 different TV shows in addition to this New Blood. It is Dexter Origins, I think, and Dexter Resurrections. And I'm just like, one deals with a younger Dexter, and Resurrection deals with, it is a continuation of New Blood. And I'm just like, I tried to watch these shows and I just couldn't continue because they're not the same thing. To me, they're a bit cheap. They are riding the coattails of something that was masterful. The first 4 seasons or so are absolutely masterpieces in terms of everything. And they cannot replicate it today. It's just sad. Hopefully, one of these days, I'll get my hand on the rest of the books. Maybe I'll have to order them on Amazon, and I hope that they improve and become better. And I'm curious to find more differences between the books and the TV show, because this book alone, the differences in this first novel alone, they just absolutely shocked me. I could not believe all of the bullshit that happens in this book. It was a fun ride, okay? But that's about it. If you enjoy this content, if you want to support your boy, I got a few books on Amazon. The link will be down below. If the link does not work, you can search my name, Griffith Samsara. Thanks for watching. See ya.